Welcome back to my channel, Defense Against Dark Deeds, where I teach you a magician's approach to self-defense. In the first episode, I talked about invisibility, and I promised you the secret to making yourself invisible when it counts. And I haven't forgotten that promise. That's coming up. Subscribe so you don't miss it. But today, we talk about the 21-foot rule. A number of years ago, I read a book called Skinwalkers by Tony Hillerman. Now, skinwalkers are shapeshifters. They are people that change into animals, and it's a fascinating book just for that account. But in that book, there's a Navajo tribal policeman named Chee. And Chee only carries a rifle in his truck and a knife on his belt. He does not carry a pistol. And he was asked about this by another law enforcement officer, and what he said explained the 21-foot rule. He said, outside of 21 feet, the rifle is more accurate than the pistol. Inside of 21 feet, and a knife is just as good as the pistol. Here's the thing. That 21-foot rule, and you can see a lot of other videos on this and a lot of other discussion. If you are within 21 feet and you have a pistol, and there's an adversary within 21 feet of me and I have a pistol, I have a distance management problem. Let me explain. Let's say I'm armed, I have a pistol, and someone's close. You often see this kind of move. You put your hand forward, the pistol, this hand over here, the strong arm is away. You're using your whole body as a shield to keep that person away, to create an obstacle. Your body is the obstacle between the adversary and your gun. Now, why are you using your body to protect your weapon? That just seems backwards. Yet it is what you have to do because you've put yourself in a situation in which you have the wrong tool for the job. And almost every self-defense situation is going to happen within 21 feet. The person is going to be within 21 feet of you, and if you have a gun, you've created a distance management problem for yourself that you must contend with. You either have to use your body or some other shield to effectively gain more distance. Ideally, it would be something else like a counter that would be perfect in a store. But if you don't have that option, it's your body, and that's dangerous. Now then, I understand why people choose guns. There is no more powerful self-defense weapon than a gun. I get that feeling. And when you run these fantasies in your head about someone coming to your front door and trying to break in, and you taking your gun and doing what needed to be done. I mean, even say it to yourself. I did what needed to be done. I defended my family. It feels good. It makes you feel heroic. And yet that's just a fantasy in your head. It's not really getting at anything real. So you run these fantasies, you go buy a gun, you try to make yourself feel more powerful. And since we're talking about guns, let's talk about gun stores. Because gun stores, magic shops, and motorcycle stores all have one thing in common. Someone goes there for an initial need. They buy a product, and then they keep coming back over and over again, although they've already purchased what they think they needed. And that's because those stores really don't sell what you need. It's like scratching an itch. Yeah, it feels good in the moment. You have an itch, you scratch it, you have to, right? But it doesn't satisfy the need. The need is something deeper, some feeling of power. With the motorcycle, perhaps it's a feeling of freedom. I think guns and magic shops both have that feeling of power built in. You're seeking for something that the shop just doesn't have to sell. So before you buy something else, listen to the words of Darth Vader when he said, "Search your feelings." If you're trying to fix a feeling, if you're trying to fix a feeling of powerlessness, No product you buy in a store will help. Subscribe to the channel to listen to what someone who reads feelings can tell you about what you're feeling as you consider self-defense. Subscribe to Defense Against Dark Deeds today. And no, I haven't forgotten about the invisibility part. That will be coming up in a subsequent episode. Stay tuned.